you're anything like me and just thinking maybe the best plan is just to wait and see what happens, and you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state and nation that we live in. Appreciate you hanging out. If you're streaming live with us on X, YouTube, or Facebook, how about this? It seems a little bit, I might be a little further away. That is because I did listen to your feedback on Instagram. Our Instagram reels are a little in your face. So we're backing it up just a little bit. See, no harm, no foul. Listen, there is nothing wrong with being further away from my face. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah. So you're welcome is really what it comes down to. Okay. I am blown away by what we're about to talk about. So I'm gonna get you all caught up super quick. If you didn't pay attention to the show or you're new to the show, a little earlier when we started doing this live stream, we had a guest on, James Guggenauer, which is one of the commissioners of your Arizona Game and Fish Department. And I will tell you, we started a kerfuffle. We started a battle. And I was against what he was talking about and what he had done. And he was obviously very for what he had done and unapologetic about it. And all of the critter groups were, torches and pitchforks, let's go get them. Oh, it's absolutely terrible. And a lot of the critter groups watched that episode of this very show and said, forget about Mike and his 11 years of conservation and just, doing good stuff for Arizona. We don't like him now because he didn't punch Jim Guggenauer in the face. Now, it's called being fair and talking like a grown-up, and I told him very clearly, I am against, very, very against what you did. And what did he do? He put forward a vote. He put forward a motion to a vote in the commission meeting to eliminate auction tags. Now, that doesn't eliminate commissioners tags. Commissioners tags are year-round. They're amazing special permit tags that the commissioners give to each of the critter groups that apply for it. Okay. And the critter group is Elk Society, Mule Deer Org, Pronghorn, Sheep Society, all of that stuff. Those are the critter groups. And they take these tags to their banquets and they auction them off. And when they auction them off, they get tens of thousands, in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars for this one tag. Now, why is that tag so valuable? And I'm just getting you caught up here. That tag is super valuable because there's no season for it. You got all year to hunt anywhere in the state. So no units, no season, just go. You find the biggest, the baddest baddie out there, and that's yours. Hire a guide. They're going to put you on the big one, and that's it. So the commissioners, and Boone and Crockett actually agree with this, but the commissioners, and I still disagree with this, claim that one of the tenets of the North American model is opportunity for all, which that is, they believe it's equal opportunity for all. I don't believe in that because I'm an American capitalist and I'm not a socialist. So I don't believe in equal. I don't believe in equal outcomes. Excuse me. I believe in equal opportunity. We have equal opportunity here in the United States, and that is work hard and get what you get. If you hit hard times, you hit some troubles, guess what? We're going to pick you up. We got you. It's all good. We have programs to help you out with that as well. Some are bridge programs, some are lifelong programs. We're amazing like that. But we don't guarantee equal outcomes. That's not an American kind of deal. So that's why I was against it. But they did. Anyway, they voted to eliminate auction tags, and they have to go to some sort of a raffle model. And I said, how in the world are you going to have $700,000 for one elk tag? Thank you, Jimmy John. How are you going to replace that with raffle tickets? Who's going to buy $700,000 in raffle tickets? How is this going to work? There's no way to do that. And I was a little upset that they put it on us, we the people, us the outdoorsmen and women. I was like, now I got to kick in, $20 at $20 here, $20 there, $20 there, instead of just having Jimmy John come in here. And, here's my $700,000. It's a big giant bag with a dollar sign on it. Here you go. One of those cool, like deal or no deal briefcases, right? I'm thinking, why was it got to be on us? Anyway, here's why I think, okay, I may be wrong. You got my attention now. Here's where you have my attention, and I'm excited to share this. Because, and of course, I have the wrong tab up here. There has been a case. There has been a case. There is now the first case is out. There it is. Holy mackerel! All these computers that I have. There's a first case that is out of an auction raffle making more money than an commissioner's tag auction. Does that make sense what I just said there? Let me try it again. Hold on, let me get some coffee. Mm-hmm. All right, there we go. An auction for a commissioner's tag making less money than a raffle for an auction. A commissioner's tag. Holy mackerel. We've just called them auction tags for so long. It's hard to kind of break that cycle. So bear with me on this one because the first case it is. Here we go. Let's go to Montana. Montana had a one of the commissioner's tags. And again, commissioners in most Western states give these to the critter groups to fund conservation. And they did their first no auction, but we're going to go with a raffle. It made more money than the auction tags have historically. Here's what happened. Montana's chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers announced that it raised a record $56,620 for a mule deer conservation by raffling the single statewide deer tag. The winner is I'll give to the winner in a second. These were $20 a piece. Okay. So here is how it is. The total raised in a 2-month campaign, which was heavily promoted by Backcountry Hunters and Anglers, is 38% higher than the previous record, not the previous year, the previous record of $41,000 raised at auction for Montana statewide mule deer tag. We saw not just an increase, like, oh, you beat it by a couple thousand. They saw a 38% increase. Now, here's where I'm looking at this. It's the bar separated. This is a smaller example. This is not an Arizona elk tag. Okay, so until we have $500,000-$700,000 raised at a raffle for an Arizona elk tag, until that time, I'm still going to be on the side of auction tags. But here we have an example: 38% increase. A 38% increase. That is huge. And I can break that down. But I mean, just at its face, where are you going to go with it? Where are you going to go? What's up, Lynn? What's up, Eddie? I'm listening. You have my attention now. I was 100% against, completely against getting rid of auction tags and moving straight to a raffle model. I was against it 100%. But I still am to this minute. But now you have my attention. Okay. I'm willing to look at anything. If you say I've been doing things wrong a certain way for a certain amount of time, and I'm going to show you the evidence how doing it different is better, and especially better for conservation, yeah, good. I'm in. Show me. So now let's break this down, and I'm going to have to get out the spectacles for this one because this is an interesting thing. All right. Let me actually get to Boone and Crockett. Boone and Crockett Club has taken opportunity for all and run with it. And this, y'all know, I do not like. I'm not a fan of this kind of thing. There's several examples in my 17-year career here on radio that I don't like when people change definitions of things to support their narrative. Okay. The tenet is simply opportunity for all. This is what Boone and Crockett has changed it to. I'm going to put it that way. I'm going to evolve. Let's say evolved it to. Every citizen has the freedom, this is a quote, that every citizen has the freedom to view, hunt, and fish, regardless of social or economic status. Thanks for playing. I appreciate that. I really do. Because we already have, regardless of economic status, everyone has the freedom to view, hunt, and fish wildlife. That already meets off the criteria. Check, check, check. So why do you got to say, regardless of social economic status, saying that only the rich guys get the tags? Well, does that mean that each citizen didn't have the freedom to work as hard as Jimmy John? They didn't have the freedom to save overtime. They didn't have the freedom to take a second on the house when most people have a big chunk of equity that own a home right now. They didn't have that opportunity. They had the opportunity. Jimmy John just did it differently. And I'm using Jimmy John because he's the most well-known name. Yes, it's the sandwich guy. He's the most well-known name. So yes, they have the opportunity. That's why I'm against this. Everybody has the opportunity. We do not guarantee equal outcomes. So let's get to how this broke down. This Montana tag that actually raffled for more than the than the auction tag. Now it goes in here. This article is a nationwide organization. This goes into the story of Arizona and what in exactly what we did. And I still back the Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep Society for their efforts and what they did. I support their efforts, and I agree with what they had to say. That why are we throwing the baby out with the bathwater? Why? Okay, if we want to think of a different model, let's think of a different model. Fine, and then look and see if it works, and then we can go to that. Why just say, okay, y'all don't have the auction ability anymore? Now let's see if we can find. All right. So it was a 38% increase, and that is absolutely impressive. Okay, it is impressive. Here's how we did it. The raffle in Montana, they did it for $20 a raffle ticket. In all, 1,317 individuals bought $20 raffle tickets. Right? A total of 2,831 tickets were sold. So that means this average about somebody kicked in $40. Okay, $40, I'll buy 2 tags. And nearly 12% of the tickets were bought by Montana residents. This is in Montana. So only 12%. 12%. That's a big stat. 88% were from out of state, because that's one of the big kickers. Oh, some big guy, some big money guy from out of state is going to come in and buy. Oh, there's always some guy from out of state that buys these auction tags. 60% of the participants bought just 1 ticket, and but the average was 2. So there's people that bought a bunch, but they did not see in this somebody come in and just buy 1,000 tickets, just buy 5,000 tickets, and just completely flood it and stack the odds for them, which in some cases probably can happen. But Mike, all you have to do is place a rule on there that states that that you don't have to, or you have a limit on the number of tickets you can buy. Yeah. Do y'all know how many? Seriously, do y'all know how many friends I got? I mean, not a ton, but I have friends that will all kick in that limit for me. I have family members, good size. I don't have a good size. I got a small family. I got enough neighbors, got enough friends that'll buy. If you can only buy 50 tickets, guess how many I'm buying? 5,000. Right? I'm going to get that, because if only 2,000 tickets were sold and I come in and buy 5,000, my odds are pretty dang good. And that's more than the 50,000 I would have had to pay if it was at auction. Yeah, I'm going to game the system. But they found that didn't happen. So good on them. Maybe backcountry hunters and anglers have cracked the code. Maybe they figured it out. If the Arizona chapter could pull that off with an elk tag, I'd love to see it. I'd really love to see it. But it had rules. But again, if you're going to show me an example of I was wrong, or maybe I'm on the wrong side of conservation history here, cool, I'll listen. You show me an example like that, I'll listen. And the interesting part is Montana didn't mandate this. Backcountry hunters and anglers just did this with their tag, and they proved a huge point. So in my discussion with Commissioner Guggenauer, I mean, we're pretty much we're the tip of the spear here. We're the trendsetters. We're the ones that are out there just trying it out to see what happens. When you know me, y'all know me, I'd much rather have. What's up, Scotty? I'd much rather have some other state do this and see that it works, and then we adopt the model. I'm all about that. I mean, we're state 48. We were a little late to the game anyway. Okay, you know what I mean? Just look in the history of Arizona becoming a state. It's very fascinating. The Tewksbury War. There was basically our Hetfield and McCoy right here in Arizona. The Tewksbury War. There was a family that was battling that prevented our state from becoming a state. And until that ended, till the last shot was fired, we weren't going to be a state. That last shot was fired, and now it's a state. Check out Cherry Creek Lodge, by the way. Cherry Creek Lodge is it's here in Arizona. It's a wonderful, wonderful bed and breakfast. It's an outdoor playground. It is absolutely stunning, beautiful place. Cherry Creek Lodge. The last shot, I believe, was fired on their property. There's a national marker. There's national markers on their property that actually in Michael Lecter will give you the whole story as he's running you around the property. It's absolutely Pleasant Valley. Yeah, that's right. Pleasant Valley. Thanks, Len. I appreciate that. Yeah. What's that question? How could poor people get to Montana? Okay. Yeah. Or just, do it here, I guess. And by the way, so we're clear on the commissioner's tags, there's 3 per species of the Big Ten, 30 total that are issued. 30. Yeah. Exactly. So they're all in a plethora of different ways. They are either auctioned off or sold. Yes, but the Pleasant Valley War. Thank you very much for that, Lynn. And that was what stopped Arizona from becoming a state. Cherry Creek Lodge. Look it up. You'll absolutely love it. Worthwhile. Is so cool, man. Such great food, great people, and good time. What's up, Eddie? So yeah. Anyway, we're going to see what happens in other states. We're going to see what happens right here because this year we can still auction tags off. So the tags that were issued last year can still be auctioned off. So we're going to see big numbers. I mean, can you imagine? Zane Grey wrote a book about it. Okay, all right. I only know Zane Grey from the Zane Grey chapter of Trouts Unlimited. So Trout Unlimited, excuse me. So anyway, we're going to see what happens with this year's tags. I mean, could you imagine that the very last tag that's going to be auctioned in Arizona is probably going to go for a pretty penny. So we're going to keep an eye on that and then see where we go from there. In related news, I'm going to start a raffle company. I mean, the opportunities out there. I've a friend that I've worked with, had her on this show several times. She's had an organization that does things like this. So this might just be a big deal for her. Who knows? But there's going to be money in it. And if there's money in it, that takes away from the money that goes to on the ground conservation. So there's going to be so many legalities and red tape moving forward with this. But Montana stepped up. Montana was the first. And there we go. That's it. Mm-hmm. How about this? Turkey hunting. I got to ask y'all this because it's really starting to upset me. Are y'all just not doing this blaze orange, this hunter orange thing anymore? Are we just not doing it? Have we given up? Are we just lazy? We like our camo and that's it. We're just gonna we pay. Here's what it might be. I think we pay so much for our camo lately. The gear is just stupid expensive that we just like, yeah, I'm gonna cover this thing in orange. Look how good I look. I paid $180 for this jacket. I paid $200 for the pants. I'm not covering up in orange. No way. Yeah, here we go again. Hunter aims at a turkey and shoots a spectator instead. Oklahoma game wardens are reminding hunters to be extra cautious while they're out in the field after one man accidentally shot a spectator while aiming at a turkey. Oh, have we heard this? Now, I will tell you, even though I was ordered to wear blaze orange my entire youth hunting life, and that was primarily with my grandfather. I do too. Love orange. It's my favorite colors. So this is Grizz. What's up? I still got peppered by my grandfather. Again, the statute of limitations is over. He's been dead for years. But I got peppered by my grandfather. If you don't understand what peppered is essentially getting shot by a shotgun, but you're further enough away that you're close enough to get ouched a lot. Like the little pellets are entering your skin, breaking the skin, and you're far enough away not to hit the emergency room. Okay. I've seen people get peppered all the time. The majority of people are not wearing orange. They're just not. And I've seen orange save a dude's butt. Literally save a dude's butt. Tequila Jim, who you see popping up on the comments every now and again, I'm out dove hunting with him. And one of my bonehead friends probably had some, little sight lube before the outing, if you know what I'm saying, a little nip in the coffee. He just walked out and retrieved his bird, and he was bent over. His butt was straight up, but he was wearing orange pants. I see Jim bead on this bird. He's leading this bird, and the second he sees orange, the shotgun comes up. Probably, I mean, there was butt, bird, Jim. That guy would have got shot right in the tuchus, and probably some other parts that are in that region. Orange saved it. Okay. Also seen hunting with a buddy. We're in front of a tree line, a bush line. It's a nice little spot. My buddy starts to speed. There's no one in front of us. Buddy of mine's just beating along. Pop, takes a bird down. And we hear, people shaking, bush is going off. I'm like, what in the world just happened? Well, a bush stood up. It was a guy that walked in front of us, retrieving his bird in a bush, wearing no orange, not even alerting us that he's there. He was about 70 yards from us. So he got some peppering for sure. Yeah. Oh, Grizz. Okay, I see what Grizz did there. Yeah. You thought it was a turkey. Mm-hmm. My grandfather thought it was a turkey. Well, that makes sense. but that's the thing. Wear orange. Guys, it's not. Listen, if you're that bad of a shot that you think, oh, the birds are going to see my orange, so I'm no, come on. Wear some orange. Have some orange around you. Put some orange on top of the tree that you're sitting while you're turkey hunting. Put some orange up top. Hang some orange off a branch. Just orange ribbon, just so people know you're there. Holy mackerel! And if you're not hunting for the love of grief, wear orange. Know your surroundings. If you're on public land, you better darn well know what season it is, right? And that's the biggest thing. I think it's crucial to know what season you're in. Tequila Jim and I were out on the West Valley, and we had we're out in the West Valley, and we were hunting it on public land where we hunt all the time. We hunt all the time, and it's a blast out there. It's like this super highway of just speedy birds. So much fun. But it's also an area where people recreate. So people do a lot of mountain biking and a lot of hiking. So Tequila Jim and I are out there. It's our same spot we go to every single year. And we didn't get there this year. Most every single year. And we were there at our spot. And we're just shooting, having a good time. This guy comes running up on us, pushing his mountain bike, not even riding, pushing it, but he's running. He's found second gear. He's basically trotting as fast as he'd ride it, kind of at a slow pace. And he's coming at us. And mind you, two things. He's coming at two men that are armed with firearms, and he's yelling at us as he's running to us. Yelling at us, not to us, yelling at us. Second thing, Tequila Jim is a county attorney. So we're not breaking the law. Okay, we know where we're at. We know we're on public land. We know we can hunt here. I have an attorney with me. I usually travel with one for obvious reasons. The man starts screaming, "You can't hunt here. There are people recreating. You can't hunt here." I was there's Jim right there. Tequila Jim, he knows it. The guy was hot. The guy was fired up. And I was just a step back taking Jim's lead on this one. And Jim was as cool as a cucumber, just going, "Yeah, man, actually we can. Actually we can. It's dove season, and that's why we're here." And the guy was just hot, yapping, sounding like a little yippy chihuahua. And I was just following Jim's lead, cool as a cucumber. So I'm like, all right, normally, and Jim will test me, normally I'll get hot. I'd pop off on that guy. You know me, I'm a smart ass, guys. I would pop off on this guy. I didn't. And there were so many jokes too. He was wearing little tight little bike pants and all that stuff. So many jokes. Cooler heads, aka Jim's, prevailed here. So he left, and we're just standing there. Birds are kind of flying overhead. We're like, this dude just took all the fun out of our day. The guy I'm not, dude, like, why? So, like, we got some birds. Let's go back to the truck. Let's clean the birds. Let's have a drink and clean the birds. So we head back to the truck. Sure, schnitzel, a sheriff rolls by. Again, Jim's saying none of this. He's an attorney. He's a county attorney. So the sheriff comes up, and I was surprised Jim didn't know the sheriff. And he's like, "The boys hunting? How'd you do?" And we show him the birds and this and that. And I said, "Let me guess, somebody called you." He's like, "Yeah, got a call. Just had to come out. I mean, I had something I had to do." That dude didn't care. He was bummed and embarrassed he had to be there. Law enforcement was embarrassed, going, "I know, people just don't know. They don't know much. So they call us because we know a lot." So he's checking out our birds, and it was fun. Yeah, the guy was cool and just went about his way. Just stopped in, said, "Yep, I had to," and it stopped in. "Congrats on a nice haul of birds, guys. I enjoy," and away they went. If you know that you're going to be on public land, just check the hunt regs. Just check the hunt season. What hunt season what are we in right now? And by the way, 365, 24/7, we're in a hunt season. Arizona, you can hunt year round. You can hunt on public land. So just know that. So wear bright colors when you're mountain biking. Wear orange when you're hiking. If you're in a hunting season, go for it. Wear it. It's not going to hurt. And like Lynn said, I like orange. Yeah. They don't know much. They know nothing. They know nothing. They know absolutely nothing. And it's, again, ignorance of the law is no excuse. But props to you, Jimbo, for doing your thing, man. You set the pace for me. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with wearing orange, guys. Just wear orange. And again, if you don't want to wear orange, if you're going to be stubborn and you spent too much on your hunting gear, then get these little, okay. They make these, they are so wise, and they do so many things, right? There are tracker ribbons that if you have to track a deer or an elk, So you get to a spot and you see blood. You pull one of these out. It's a little orange ribbon, just like this big. Okay, but probably about 6-inch ribbon, and you clip it to Jim. No comments on it. No comments on that being 6 inches. No one. Family programming here. Family programming. But I'm laughing because I know what you're going to say. But you clip them to the spot where you see blood. And then you go back and you go to the next spot. You see blood. You clip another one. You clip another one. You clip another one. That way you go and track back to where you were. Maybe it's your gear, or maybe you just want to see the pattern of where the animal went. Those are wonderful. If you are just so stubborn that you don't want to, there was so I was on you, Grizz. That you're so stubborn that you don't want to wear orange. Although I've given you example on top of example on top of example of why you should. Okay, fine. Then go ahead and clip these all around. You clip these so just people see orange. People will see it and they will know, okay, there's something there that isn't an animal, right? Then they're not going. Hopefully, they won't shoot in that direction. Hopefully, they will like Jim said on the one day. He pulled up the shotgun because he saw orange, and his brain said, "Don't shoot." Went right to his booger hook and said, "Do not pull the bang switch," and that's exactly what he did. So, and he saw that, and the only reason was because he saw orange. Yeah, absolutely. Something that I encourage everybody to do, and I will be at Game and Fish later today. I will most likely ask again, why in the world are we not demanding blaze orange? Why is that not law here? Can we work on that? Because just stop it. I hate the expansion of government. Jim, close yours. Close yours, buddy. I hate the expansion of government. I hate more laws. This one I've seen firsthand. This action I've seen firsthand work, and the lack of this action, wearing orange, I've seen get people shot. So, and again, someone posted on X. All right, I want to share, but I got to find it. Okay, yeah, we'll go find out what it is, and then we'll go from there. And maybe we'll hit it tomorrow, whatever it is, no big deal. Y'all go ahead and share this out and just say, hey, look, this guy's kind of talking common sense. You got to check this guy out. He's all about conservation, cool stuff. Or just share whatever it is. Yeah, about the Salt River horses. Oh my goodness, did that cause a beef? Right? Lime green or another neon color. Fine, dude. Yeah, go nuts. Yeah, wherever. Go break it. Here's the deal. Break into your 80s and early 90s clothing. Wear that. It'd be good. Holy cow, this is just obnoxious clothes we wore. Yeah, some of it's coming back too. So I mean, I guess you even don't have to dig into your old stuff. Some of that stuff's coming back, and it's really cool. Yeah, but you don't have to wear blaze orange. Just wear something people are going to see, especially if you're just out hiking. You don't have to wear blaze orange if you're out hiking and biking. Just wear something that we can see you, because we're out there. We're out there hunting for sure. And yes, the horses episode of the Go Show caused a few kerfuffles, and it was fantastic. 80s neon, dude, man, go for it. Remember that? God, what a great time to be alive. What a fantastic time to be alive. I'm telling you, Gen X, we are the very last. We're the last of it. We're the last of it. We're the last of it. We can actually bell bottoms, dude. They're coming back in a big way. I've seen bell bottoms left, right, and center. Yeah. Speaking of which, it was a great party game, left, right, center. I'm going to go now. Tomorrow, I'm going to teach all you how to stick it to the HOA outdoor style. On behalf of all of us outdoors, men and women, how to stick it to your HOA. That's right. That's coming up tomorrow right here on the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of the state that we live in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for playing along. Share it out, like, follow, all that. Get over to YouTube and do that as well, Spotify and all the rest. So go have fun. And by the way, the comments on Instagram, go have fun, y'all. Yeah, have a good time. Play. You know the rules, so play. Yeah. All right. See you guys tomorrow, 11 o'clock right here on the Go Show. Have a great